Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a very unique video for all of you because I have selected perfumes today based on unique notes. Yes, to sum up, these are very unique in their own way. As perfumes, they're definitely excellent, but I felt but I feel like they are very unique. They stand out in a crowd because of certain notes that I used in them, which we generally don't see very often, not very frequently. So without further ado, let's get started. And I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time, but somehow it always got postponed with a new haul video or something else. But today I finally got them together and started to make this video. I hope you like it. The first perfume that I'm going to show you is a very special perfume because this is one perfume that single-handedly taught me a particular note, and this is none other than Mugler's Aura. Besides being a very beautiful bottle, this green bottle, the perfume is actually as it looks over here. The green bottle, the perfume is actually as green as it is, but even better than just green. So if you have to understand what is a greenness in a perfume, you have to smell this, you have to sniff this. And first time I sniffed it, I knew, okay, this is what is the green note or a greenness in a perfume like. And the opening is a bit green, and then it's beautifully infused with iris and other floral notes, and it's not boring. This is not bland or boring in any way, but it's just unique because it infuses the greenness of the perfume with other floral notes and other notes to make it a gorgeous perfume. And trust me, I'm sitting here with all the other perfumes, but this is the only one that's constantly coming to my nose, even through the bottle. So it is that strong. It comes with the usual Mugler promise of an amazing longevity and a very strong projection. So, and it's not offensive. There is hibiscus, there is iris over here, there's vanilla in it. So there is a little bit of powderiness to it. Yes, and it comes with the usual Mugler strength, like I always say. And even though it is a bit strong, it serves you with longevity and the projection, but it does not kind of, makes it offensive. It's a very pleasant projection kind of thing. This is like shrouding yourself with beautiful, with a natural mask of flowers and everything. So it's a beautiful perfume, very unique in my opinion. It has notes like hibiscus and pear. It has rhubarb leaf, it has orange blossom, iris root, and it has vanilla, which all together, among other notes of course, it makes it a very long-lasting perfume and a beautiful one. It's absolutely gorgeous. So the next perfume that I'm going to show here is one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites, and it's a very special perfume because it's very cozy, warm, comforting type of a perfume. But yes, it is best suited for the fall and winter months. But if you are on a particular day when you are very tired and you're going to sleep and you want to relax yourself in the middle of the night, you can use this perfume and it'll kind of comfort you with a beautiful fragrant lullaby to sleep. That's a promise because I use it like that. So this is Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. And why have I picked up this one? Because vanilla is probably the most commonly used, most frequently used note in perfumes. So why have I picked up this one for this particular video is you will see vanilla being used in almost 90% of your perfumes in your perfumes in your collection, but you will not find a vanilla which has been used in this way. This is now we know vanilla as one of the most important baking ingredients, and over here that particular characteristic of vanilla is maintained, but I don't feel this has a cake. This has a bit, because vanilla is kind of synonymous with cake. So the moment you sniff vanilla over here, you think of cake, but trust me, this perfume is so much more than cake. This is like vanilla mixed with flowers and mixed with other things. So it's vanilla at its best. there isn't a more suitable perfume which you can term as vanilla perfume than Orchidee Vanille. I mean, it has to be, if you list the top 10 vanilla perfumes in the world, it has to be on that list. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And when I say that this is so much more than just a vanilla fragrance, if I tell you the notes, it has orange, it has lychee, it has dark chocolate, it has bitter almond, it has Bulgarian rose, violet, and it has tonka bean, white musk, and cedar wood, apart from vanilla. Of course, it has vanilla and vanilla bean, but these are all there apart from vanilla. Obviously, they go on to make a gorgeous perfume, and despite everything, it is so powdery, floral, vanilla, and it kind of gives you a blanket of warmth and coziness. It's just purely beautiful. In my opinion, this is the best vanilla perfume, but there are many other vanilla perfumes in this in everybody's collection, I'm sure, equally good. But the way vanilla has been used, given its own identity in this perfume, and also making it an amazing perfume at the same time, that is unique. The next perfume that I have here is also a favorite. It's one of my prize niche perfumes. It's an amazing composition of spices and other notes that make it so very unique. I refer to this as a very unique fragrance because the first time I saw the notes, I was extremely intrigued. I was not convinced that this could be the best perfume. This could be a very good perfume, in fact, and it could cater to my taste of perfumes, but it was quite the opposite. So this is Andy Towers Lair Du Desert Marocain, and I hope I got that name correct. So I feel it's spicy. It comes across as a boozy, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It's definitely not suited for hot and humid conditions like now. So this is not the best time to make this video, in my opinion, but this is more for winter, fall, winter, and that is the time to use this fragrance. So why did I say that the notes did not come across as very promising? I'll tell you. The notes have coriander, cumin at the top. It has petite grain at the top. It has rock rose and jasmine in the middle, and in the base it has cedar, ambergris, and it has vetiver. So there was no vanilla, not too much of floral notes. I was not too convinced that cumin and coriander, which is basically used in the kitchen in my house every day, could actually make up for perfume notes in such a hugely popular fragrance. But I'm wrong. Oh, this is so beautiful, gorgeous. It's cozy, warm, boozy, a bit boozy, and not in the typical alcoholic boozy type. It's boozy in its own way, and then it's woody and spicy. Though normally you would feel that this is more of a fragrance for a man, I think women can easily carry this off, and I know I can carry this off with a lot of comfort, and this is more of a fragrance of my taste. So I definitely think this is a very, very unique fragrance, and I just love this one. There are many fragrances in my collection that can fit in this category of unique fragrances, I feel, but of course I had to keep the video within achievable limits, and I didn't want a very long video, so because of which I selected only 10 of these. And a fragrance is unique not just because it's expensive, it's niche or designer. It could be a very, very affordable fragrance and still be one of the most unique fragrances that you have in your collection. So price or standards in the perfume world has got nothing to do with it. You have to like it, and you have to know why you feel this is unique. So the next fragrance is one such fragrance. I think I was in the 5th standard or 6th standard, and I used to have, obviously in those days during school, I used to have very little money. So this fragrance, I found it on the shelves of a gift shop, and I wanted to buy it for my mother's birthday. So that packaging was definitely different. I feel that was different, but the juice is absolutely same. And years later I got this. This is tea rose. And like I said, the juice, the perfume is absolutely the same. There is absolutely no change in the perfume. I can give you the price for this one. This was, I think I paid about 800 or 900 or even less. This was years back. I think about 5 years back I got this perfume. It was for well within 1000 rupees. That's all I need to say. It was probably 600 or 700 or maybe 8 or 900. I don't remember correctly, but the perfume is heaven. This is so rose. This can give competition to the best rose fragrances that you have in the market, because this is what you know. When you sniff it, you know this is a rose fragrance. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Let me discuss the notes. It has cedar, sandalwood, amber, lily, rosewood, tuberose, bergamot. Now, I have to tell you, this has got an amazing sillage. Very, very beautiful, and a very strong longevity also. The price is extremely affordable, like I just discussed. But again, you know, just checking the notes, it has tuberose, but you don't get too much of anything else other than rose. So if you like rose, just give this a try. And it's not very expensive, so you will not mind, you know, even blind buying it, because someone or the other will always like it and you can gift it away if you don't like it. This is so gorgeous. And it's a pity that, you know, I've got so many other fragrances and, you know, I don't get to use this too often. So now that I've taken it out for the video, I'm definitely going to use it. Very little is used from this bottle. The other one that I got for my mother years ago, that was spent within 1 to 2 months. It was so heavily used by both my mother and me. So Tea Rose, one of the most unique fragrances I have in my collection. The next fragrance that I have in here is again a very beautiful fragrance, though I don't get to use it too much, and I'll explain why. But that does not take away the fact that this is a very, very unique fragrance. This is Ormond Jane's Ambre Royal. Now, how is this different from other amber perfumes? This is very subdued, I feel. This is a very, very subdued amber, a very elegant amber. I think that's the best way to explain. This does not have any that loud in your face effect. It's a very composed, reserved kind of a perfume, which is why I don't get to use it too much. The reason that I don't go to office these days, I just work from home, and this is more of a office professional situation kind of a, you know, business meeting, professional situation kind of a fragrance. And it's not your usual daily or you know, like the kind of places I go to or the kind of situations I wear a perfume. This does not fit those occasions too well, which is why I don't get to use it. So this has iris, osmanthus, orchid, white musk, cedar and amber, and you can sense the presence of iris, because along with that beautiful subdued ambery touch, the woody ambery touch, there is a little bit of powderiness, not too much, not too huge, but a bit of it, making it an absolute gorgeous fragrance. Another thing is that this has a very strong longevity. This is a very long-lasting perfume, but on the projection side it is very, very mild, very medium, so it does not carry forward, I mean carry around you a lot. But at the same time, it kind of forms a bubble around you, and it stays for a really long time. That is the best part that I feel about it. So it becomes a skin scent after a while, but in a strong way, not in a way where people can't get this, you know, perfume from you, but only when they are close enough with you. But this is again not a very romantic date night kind of a fragrance, in my opinion. This is more like a business, like something you would want to wear in the office, something like a senior executive or a managing director or a businessman should wear at the boardroom meetings or any other business situations, professional situations. That is what I feel, and that is the reason why I don't get to wear this perfume too much. The next perfume that I have here with me is Unique, because I just love this perfume and I feel it caters to its name beautifully. And this is Montal's Intense Cafe. Okay, So there are many of us who like coffee fragrances. I know I do. So there is not a coffee fragrance that you will find that smells so much like coffee here. This is more like a God, this is gorgeous. And I don't think even the best of coffee lovers among us would say that, okay, I'm a tea lover basically, but I love coffee too. And but even those who are like diehard coffee lovers, you know, absolutely love coffee, even they will say that this is a bit of a synthetic fragrance. But there is not a single fragrance to my mind that smells of coffee and smells so romantic, so seductive as a perfume. This is so gorgeous. And even, you know, if you sniff it, if you just put it to your nose, you will feel like it doesn't matter what the temperature is outside, just let me go ahead and wear it. It is that romantic. So it has floral notes, it has coffee, it has rose in the middle, it has amber, vanilla and white musk at the base. Oh God, this is like coffee at its best. You infuse coffee with a lot of seductive notes, a lot of love notes, a lot of romantic notes, and you get this perfume. And that's why it makes it so unique. So it's not just a coffee note, coffee fragrance. Yes, this would be on your top 5 list if you're making a date night perfume list. So it is that good. The next perfume that I have is again one of my favorite notes, and I feel one of the most unique fragrances that I have in my collection, and this is long name, so please bear with me. This is Lorenzo Villoresi Firenze, and this is Patchouli. So if you know me or if you know my channel, then you will know that I love patchouli as a note, and this is a beautiful earthy, refreshing kind of a patchouli. You know, smelling it, sniffing it, you will know that this has, of course, this has patchouli. This is one of those fragrances that comes like true to the name, in the sense it has got patchouli at the top, it has got patchouli at the middle, and it has got patchouli at the base. So it has patchouli all over the place. Along with that, it has oak moss, it has sandalwood, it has cedar, benzoin, musk, and it has vetiver and lavender as well. Okay, I have to say this is, if you love patchouli, you will like this. And this is like, you know, the note patchouli plays a very dominant role over here, and that way it makes it a unique patchouli fragrance. And at the same time, the projection of this is very, very mild. The longevity is good. It lasts for hours, but it becomes a skin scent after a while. But when you talk of patchouli, there cannot, in my opinion, there cannot be a more befitting perfume to suit the word patchouli, you know, to suit the word patchouli fragrance, in my opinion, than this. This is a beautifully gorgeous patchouli fragrance, and it's so well rounded, so well blended, that you get patchouli and it's earthy. It's a bit I guess this is what they call it, a dirty patchouli. But at the same time, it's so likable. It's not offensive, or it's not like ew kind of thing. It's, in my way, and I mean, if you ask me, I love it. But it's only for those who love patchouli, not for everybody, because you might not like the earthiness of this whole thing. It's got too much of an earthiness to the patchouli note over here. So only for those who are like confirmed patchouli lovers, this can be a very good option in their collection. So now I've come to the top 3 perfumes of this list, and of 3 of the 10 most unique fragrances in my collection. But I think I have many more to meet this kind of list, but I had to keep it down to 10 only. And the next one that I'm going to pick up is unique because of the note that is used in it. I don't have any other perfume with that kind of a note. So this is Nasumato's Baraonda, and I just look at that beautiful cap, and You actually get the smell of whiskey in this perfume. This has a whiskey note in it, and you can actually smell the liquor, the, I don't know, how do I explain whiskey? You know, if you ask a non-alcoholic person, that's the kind of response, that's the kind of reply you get. I don't know how to define whiskey. Is it, I have smelled it, I have sniffed it, of course, but I've not had it. So is it bitter, is it pungent? But yes, that's the same smell that I normally don't like, because I remember my friend giving me a chocolate, a whiskey chocolate, and I could not eat it despite my craving for chocolate, because there was this beautiful liquidy, gooey inside filling with the chocolate, which was completely reeking of whiskey smell, and I couldn't tolerate that. But this is so much better. This is almost like this, you know, it's whiskey, woody, and there's a little bit of sandalwood. So the notes of Baraonda are whiskey, it has amber, it has ambroxan, it has rose and musk. So it does not have sandalwood, but I don't know, there's this little sweet sandalwood. Maybe it's coming from the woody notes, or maybe coming a little bit from the rose and the musk, but it's a very, very unique fragrance. I've used very little of this actually. I think only once or twice, and I don't remember the longevity. The projection I remember. The projection is very, very moderate. The longevity is also not very incredible, but it stays on your skin. It becomes a skin scent after a while. It stays on your skin for a long time. So obviously you can smell it, but maybe not people around you. But what makes it unique is the notes. It has got whiskey in its note. I mean, the first time I saw that it has whiskey, I was like intrigued, and that is the sole reason for me getting this perfume. And it's incredible. The perfume itself, it's beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous perfume. So I've come to the final two, and so the second perfume in this top 10 list would be a perfume that's, to me, it's like incense magic. If you like incense in your perfume, you have to get this. It's called Dodo from the brand, from the house of Zoologist, and this is so gorgeous. Of course, as you know, Zoologist comes with a definite aim in view. Like, they name their perfumes, almost all of them, after animals, and this is after a lost bird, Dodo, and this is dedicated in the name of Dodo. And funny thing is that this does not have incense at all, and it gives me an incense vibe right from the top, right from the time I sniff it. I smell incense. I don't know, blame my nose, but that's how it is. I'll give you the notes. It's got a fern, of course. This is a Fuchsia perfume. It has got fern, it has got lime, lychee, raspberry. So there's that hint of limey freshness, a lot of juiciness, ambergris, balsam, fir, geranium, rose. The base notes comprise of amber, musk, oak moss, patchouli, and sandalwood. I get the woodiness, of course. I get a lot of woodiness, but I get a lot of incense. I don't know why. It has been like that from the first day itself. I've got a lot of incense. To me, this is like incense perfume. Why is it unique? It's so difficult to say. This is a little bit of everything, and you know, like, I feel like this is such a well blended perfume. It does not give you any particular, like, this has sandalwood, but you don't get sandalwood separately. You get this beautiful infusion of woodiness, of floral notes, of powdery notes. Yeah, and there's a little bit hint of green over here as well, and as I said, incense. Okay, so I have come to the end of this list, and I have come to the final perfume, which is again very, very unique because of a certain note that is incorporated in its composition, and this is Mancera's Hindu Kush. This is so gorgeous. This is super, super gorgeous. And you will be quite surprised, you'll be quite stunned that this super gorgeous fragrance has cannabis as one of the main notes. I mean, how can cannabis go on to make such a beautiful fragrance? That was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard about Hindu Kush and heard about the notes as well. So the top notes have spices, cannabis, labdanum and incense. The middle notes have patchouli and woody notes. The base notes comprise of amber, guaiac wood, vanilla and white musk. So yes, you get plenty of woodiness, woody vibes from this. But there's a strong patchouli, incense and cannabis, of course. And there's something intoxicating even when you sniff it, you know. So I get that strong, addictive kind of a smell, which I assume is the cannabis. And I get everything else. I get the spicy incense and the patchouli as well. Not too much of vanilla. I don't get too much of vanilla from this. In the background maybe, but not too much. In the front and in the front runners, it's patchouli, incense, assuming cannabis and spices. This is to me a very fresh kind of a fragrance, easily usable during the summer months as well. Not fresh in the way of aquatic fresh, don't get me wrong. This is not like an aquatic DNG light blue intense or anything like that, but this is more of a different kind of freshness, a very addictive, boozy kind of freshness, which is quite, I understand, is contradictory because you don't have fresh mixing with that goes with boozy fragrances. But yes, this is a bit boozy, a bit addictive, but there is a lot of freshness. You can use it in the summer. So those are the top 10 unique fragrances in my collection. I hope you liked watching this video, which I just loved bringing it to you, and I will see you very soon in my next one. So till then, lots of love.